Top of the morning, good afternoon, and hello to all the coaches. In case you're not here, welcome to Planet Earth. If this is your first time visiting, you're very, very welcome. All right. I used to, tea. Tea is so good. It's just so, on Fridays, I think tea is even better. It's kind of like I rank a cup of tea on a Friday with hitting the snooze button in the morning. It's way up there. Keep the dream alive, hit the snooze button. Cancellation is wonderful, isn't it? Canceling. Did you ever say, yeah, I'm going to go to the gym today, I'm going to work out. And then the time comes around when you're supposed to go to the gym and you're like, screw it. I'm just going to sit at home, eat some chips, watch some Netflix. Isn't it great? It's canceling is wonderful. Don't make a habit of it. All right, coaches. I used to do these Friday rants. I'm calling them now Friday inspirational rants. I just threw in the inspiration. Hopefully they will be inspirational. A little more inspiration and less rant, but we'll see how it goes. It's unedited, untethered, unleashed Dermot on a Friday. But I've just finished my review for the week, and I thought, why don't I start this up again and share it with all the coaches out there? So here we go. Most coaches, they're constantly going around looking for clients. Where do I get clients? How do I get clients? Where are the clients? Are they on planet Jupiter? Are they on Uranus? Where are they? What language do they speak? Where do they hang out? In coffee shops? And it's not a great question to ask. There's a better question that you can ask. I better time myself here because I just talk all day. I'll put the timer on there. There's a better question you can ask. Instead of asking, where do I get clients? Where are there opportunities for me to serve? The other day, I was out on my bike and it had rained a lot here in Northern California here. We're in flood. We're like, we need to bring back Noah. It is wet here. I do mean wet. And everyone's going around in boats, they're solar powered boats, but boats nonetheless. Toyota had made a whole load of them. And we had so much rain here that part of the bike path that I was biking on was flooded. But it was fun for me because I went through it on my bike. I got this big bike, big touring bike, and it's got a thing on the back you can sit on. And I came up to this huge puddle, and there was a lady who had been jogging, and she stopped in front of the puddle because she couldn't get past the puddle. It blocked the whole lane. It was a huge puddle. I mean, she probably would have had to swim across, which would have been fun to watch. But I said, hey, hop on the back of the bike. And I said, I'll drive you through the puddle. And she looked at me kind of like, what the hell? But I just found an opportunity to serve someone, to help them. And I think she felt that, I think if she, if I'd come from a place of, okay, I'm going to get her on the bike and then I'm going to sell her something, maybe the bike, maybe my hat, I don't know, get her phone number. But I really was just coming from a genuine place of, hey, hop on the back of the bike. I'll take you through the puddle. And she hopped on the back of the bike and we went through the puddle. We stopped the bike. She got off. She was so happy. She could continue jogging. That was an opportunity to serve. Now, it's not a coaching opportunity to serve. I had another time where I had this friend who started this management company. And he knew I was a coach, but I didn't want to bring my coaching into anything, until I saw an opportunity to serve. And then he told me, hey, he just got managed up leveled, senior management. And now he was doing this new job where he had teams and managers, and he had to, talk to the CEO, and he had to create all these different presentations and what have you. Didn't have a clue to do any of that. And I said, I'll give you an hour of my time. Come by. I said, I can help you with that. So I can coach you through it. He said, really? I said, yeah. ended up working together. So there's always opportunities to serve. And the key thing is that most people, if you come from that place of serving, and again, you can tell people you're a coach and, hey, I'd love to serve you with a coaching session. I'm a coach in training, I'm a professional coach in training, I'm playing a service game, or I'm I'm a seasoned coach, happy to sit down with you for an hour. No tricks, no tools, no getting, no handcuffs. Just let's sit down for an hour. So it's much easier to find opportunities to serve than it is to find clients. Where are they? Which is what I used to say to Steve all the time. Where are the clients, Steve? Where are the clients? To which he would say, where are you? Are you present? Are you actually in your life? Are you actually noticing and observing opportunities to serve people? Another thing that Steve did for me, he did many things for me. But one of the things he did was sat down with me with my emails. Because I was like, Steve, I gotta get clients, I gotta pay the bills. I'm gonna be homeless soon. You know, poverty is not something to be ashamed of, but yes, it's a huge inconvenience. And back then, the only place that I could find money was in the dictionary. I had no money, none. And I was looking at my partner's money, and she was saying, Dermot, you may need to get another job. But one last hurrah, I worked with Steve, everything changed. Everything changed. And so he sat me down and he looked at my emails. And I was thinking, what in the hell is he going to find in the emails? But it's Steve Chandler, so it's like, okay, Steve Chandler, he knows what the hell he's doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Spent 3 years trying to build my business. Nothing, went broke. Spent all my savings. Lost my hair. Bring back the 80s. And he went through my emails and he said, tell me about this person here. And I said, that person, she's just a friend. Oh, well, tell me about her. Oh, she's just a friend, Steve. I mean, what do you want to know? I said, well, what's the email about? And it turned out that email actually was a relationship email. And she was having some challenges in her relationship. I said, no, I don't want to touch that, Steve. She's a friend. She's having problems in a relationship. I don't want to bring coaching into it. I don't want to mess that up. And see, that's coming from a place of getting. That's coming from a place of selling. That's coming from a place of target of opportunities. Run, there's a coach. He's looking for target of opportunities. And we sat down, we talked about, he said, what is it about her? How long have you been friends? Oh, I've been friends for a long time. What's she struggling with? Oh, she's struggling with, she might get a divorce. The husband's working all the time, yada, yada, yada. He said, oh, the husband's working all the time. I said, yeah, but I don't really have any contact. I don't really know him. And he said, why don't you offer her a 1-hour conversation to either sit down and a professional conversation, not a friendship conversation, not a coffee talk, not secret coaching, while you're having coffee with your friends, which I used to do. I'd encourage you not to do that, coaches. And you get permission to coach. And I offered her a coaching session for her or to give to her husband. She gave it to her husband. And he sat down with me. And we spent an hour together. And I said to him, look, I said, Bess, not her real name, I said, is one of my best friends. And I'm not here to fix you, tell you what to do, or any of that nonsense. I said, if you're struggling, I said, we can have a conversation about that. If you don't want to be here, that's fine too. But if you're going to be here with me for an hour, let's talk about what's going on and see how you can fix it. He said, oh, well, Dermot, you're going to fix it, right? You're a coach. I said, I don't fix anything. That's not my job. Well, he said, you're going to motivate me, Dermot, right, to get my act together. And I said, no, I'm not going to motivate you to get your act together. I said, that's not my job. And then he said, well, what is your job? I said, my job is to sit down here, be a blank slate, ask you questions you've never asked yourself before, and listen like no one else has ever listened to you before. I said, that's on offer. Do you want to do that? And he looked at me like I just put on a tutu and asked him for a dance. He said, yeah, that might be helpful. And I said, good. I said, that's what I'm here for, to be helpful. So there's always places that you can serve. There's always opportunities for you to serve. The thing that gets in the way of coaches is that they're so stuck in this, I got to get clients, I got to get clients. And when you ask yourself a better question, you get a better answer. When you ask yourself a stupid question, you get a stupid answer. And so when you're working with clients, ask better questions. Ask them questions they don't ask themselves. Ask them questions they've never thought of. Ask them questions you've never thought of. Get in there and get muddy with people. Don't be afraid to challenge people. Don't be afraid to ask people stuff, to do stuff that they don't want to do. Don't be afraid to say, you know, that sounds like a bit of bullshit to me, if I'm being honest. Call them out. People don't have anyone in their world to call them out. Let me fix myself here. There we go. Do you want to just in case you hang on, let me see. Yes, it says Coach Butterly. People always ask me, what does that say? Coach Butterly. You know, let's get back to this. But be a coach, the kind of coach, not all the broke coaches, not all the coaches that, you know, are trying to sell coaching, but be the coach that steps up, steps into the conversation, is present with the client, challenges the client, disrupts the client's world, loves the client, respects the client, cherishes the client. Sometimes the big joke in our house for many years when I was coaching is, Dermot, it kind of sounds like you want it more. You want the coaching more for them than they want it. And my girlfriend was right about that. Because when I was with a client, I could see possibilities for them. I could see where they could get through this and have a great life on the other side. But they couldn't see it. And I wanted that more for them than they wanted it for themselves. And sometimes clients couldn't go there. Sometimes you'll find clients cannot go there with you. They're not willing to do the work. They're not willing to step up. They're not willing to lean against their comfort zone. And again, you've got to be with them. You've got to ask them questions that they never ask themselves. Hey, what would it be like if you didn't have that problem? What would life be like if you stopped complaining and started creating? What would life be like if you just woke up tomorrow and this nonsense was gone? What would your life be like? And then you start to coach the client in that direction. So stop looking for clients, coaches. I mean, you know, there's nothing wrong with asking, you know, create clients. But start playing with the question, where are there opportunities for me to serve? And by service, I mean a well-paid coaching relationship. But you start off with just serving, with just helping. I have helped so many coaches and people over the last 10 years. What percentage of those signed up with me? I don't know, maybe 50%. And I used to get so caught up. Well, if I do this, I better get that. You know, the old bait and switch. Let me do that, but then I'll get this. Let me do this, and then I'll grab them as a client, you know, handcuff them to the coaching session. So play with the question of, where are there opportunities for me to serve? Where are there opportunities for me to give of my time, give of my attention? Where are there opportunities where I could help another human being with my coaching? And sometimes it might be an audio. Hey, how could I help that? Coaching may not be for them, or I'm not interested in coaching that person, but I could send them an audio, send them a book. I could look through YouTube and see what videos in YouTube might be helpful. I'll send it to them. I've done that to many clients who have become my clients. I had a client, I gave him a Steve Chandler book years ago. And about a year after I gave him the book, he came to me for coaching. He said, "This Steve Chandler." He said, "I just picked up the book about a month ago. I started reading it." He said, "This is what you coaches do?" Because he knew I was a coach. And I said, "Yeah." He said, will you do some coaching with me?" I said, "Yeah, absolutely." Became a client. So you never know, sharing a resource or whatever it might be. Sometimes it's just a kind word. It's like, hey, you got this. And for you coaches out there, you've got this. If I can do this business building thing, you can do this building thing. I promise. I spent the first year not charging, second year $25, third year was like $50, and then I was pretty much broke after that. I used to pray that the clients wouldn't call me. When a client canceled, which a lot of them did because my heart wasn't in it, I was so timid and scared. They would cancel. I'd be like, yes, oh, cancellation time, woo-hoo-hoo. Better than the snooze button. Not as good as chocolate cake, but better than the snooze button. So coaches, go out there, look for people to serve, have fun with your coaching. Don't be so serious about it. It's not meant to be serious. Serve as many people as you. What else are you going to do during the day? If you set aside a certain amount of hours, which I hope you have, for coaching, for serving, every Monday, 2 hours for me, I serve. I just give with nothing on it. If you go out there and you serve people and you give with your heart and soul, I'm telling you, you'll create clients. You will create clients. So go out there for the next 30 days. I challenge you to go out there for the next 30 days and just look for people to serve. Take the money off the table, take the getting the client off the table, and just look for another human being to serve. Until the next time, think big, have fun, stay curious, and we'll see you all again. Cheers.